Okay, so this is a follow-up to sort of the anxiety post that I put out last week. I want to thank everybody for coming back to me on that. It was really touching the people that reached out to me specifically about sort of my position and just checking in with me. Also, I got a lot of people, sort of probably about 25%, so 1 in 4, maybe even more of our clients kind of came back and said that they were also felt the anxiety was higher in their life, and that they were trying on a few things as well. And so I've tried to check in with all those people. I won't check in with everybody, so I will check in with all those people as well. But I just thought that I definitely did better in the last week, focusing on those few things. And so what I thought is, I talked about check out this PreKure thing. I don't know how many people checked it out or not on Facebook. I'm a bit of a fan of them and what they do. So I just thought that I'm going to put something out there, that I'm going to start a group to and sort of put some stuff on there around the idea of just a little bit of self-improvement for 21 days, just something else to focus on while all this corona stuff is going on. And so, I can get very tied up in the corona stuff. And so I just want to think that if we focus on some other stuff, or if I focus on some other stuff, I probably will come out the other side of this for in a better place than when I have gone in there. And so PreKure, I'll link to this. They've got a sign up basically where you can sign up here. How it works, if you sign up here it is. They usually charge $99 for it. It's free now because everybody's in lockdown. They're trying to help basically New Zealand through it and other people around the world. So I'll just give you can go in here, I'll link it. You can get really hardcore into it. I sort of am going to modify it. So to confirm, I've set up a group. You can join this group. Anybody can join the group, and we can all try to keep each other accountable a little bit. And the basis behind it is that there's 5 ways that you can gain a point. One is for your food. One is for your fitness. One is for something that you learn each day, an 8-hour sleeping window, and for one for doing something fun. So let's just talk about each of these quickly. They have 4 different food plans in here, being Mediterranean, flexitarian, vegetarian, and low carb, high fat, and keto. I'm just going to say you can gain a point for sticking to what you believe is a healthy diet. So I think diet seems to me to be a little bit like religion. I certainly have some strong thoughts on what I think is healthy for me and the way that I try and eat. And I know that's different from what other people try and eat. So I certainly am not going to say eat this way. I'm going to say eat the way that you think is healthy. If you do that for a day, a point. The next one is something for fitness. They've said 60 minutes. I just think that is a bit of a stretch for the average person that's working. A lot of our clients are working at the moment, and with young kids. A lot of our clients have young kids, as do I. So, I'm just going to say any sort of exercise. So I think a 10-minute walk around the block is significantly better than nothing. So I think any exercise in the day, it doesn't have to be 30, it doesn't have to be 60, it just has to be 10 minutes. A trick that I often do with myself when I'm doing some exercise, if I don't feel like going, just say I was going to go on a half an hour run. I don't run anymore, but I remember this example that I go, well, I'm just going to run for 5 minutes. And if I don't feel like running for 5 minutes, I'll come back. And if I do feel like running after that 5 minutes, I'll just keep going. So the other points, something that you learn. So, they've got some things there, but, reading a book about sleep and your language, anything, you can get a point for that. Practicing your sewing, whatever that be. 8-hour sleep window, I think this is pretty interesting. Overwhelmingly, nearly everyone who wrote to me has some issues managing their electronic devices, myself included. So they've said an 8-hour sleep window, you can get a point. This will be a struggle for me. You're in bed for 8 hours with no digital devices. I think that if you can do that, when I have done that in the past, I've had very good results from sleeping and then doing something fun. So a point for fun. So I'm going to put myself out there and I'm going to try. They've got, this is sort of bronze, silver, gold, platinum. If you get 90 plus points, over 21 days, the max points you can get is 105. So, bronze is kind of getting half of the stuff right. every single day. Consistency will be the key. So just to confirm, I think, and like, if some people join in and jump in and try it, they've talked about all sorts of things. All their stuff does come from evidence base. And so they're professors in university, or University of Technology that have put all this stuff together. So to me, there's a little bit of airy fairiness in it, but I'm kind of into that airy fairiness because it's backed by, science about, if you have, like, sleep is very clear, but sort of if you're doing something fun, releases different hormones that can help you with your immunity, all sorts of stuff like that. So even though it's maybe only a 1%, I do think it can be something that you can focus on through this time that may help. So I've put myself out there. I've invited Tanya. Anybody else can join. I'm going to link to the group, and I hope that let's hope that I get, say, 5 people. Would be awesome. We can keep each other accountable for after 3 weeks. And it'll be a private group, but anybody can join. And I'll moderate it and that sort of stuff, but I don't see it getting out of control with a lot of people. If you want, just join their group. You don't have to join the TARDIS group. So I hope that helps and can give some people some extra action out of that.